Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group on YouTube. Today we are going to be doing WrestleMania Night 1 match card and predictions. So the match card came out last night via ESPN, I believe, that released them first. So give us each of the matches that are going to be on Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania. So I'll be doing two separate predictions videos, one for Night 1 and one for Night 2. So it's basically just going to go through the card with you and give you my predictions of what will happen in each result of the night. So WrestleMania Night 1 is going to start, I believe, has been confirmed between Austin Theory and John Cena for the US Championship. I believe the last time John Cena was in the first match at WrestleMania was WrestleMania 20 when he faced the Big Show for the US Championship, I believe. I may be wrong, but that's the last time that I remember John Cena being the first match at a WrestleMania was, in fact, a WrestleMania 20 in 2004 against the Big Show again for the US Championship. He was the challenger then and came out with the belt. So he's the challenger now. Can he do it again? Probably say no, based on the fact that he's now doing Hollywood and he's not really doing many matches in the WWE. Based on that is my only reason why John Cena probably won't win this match, and obviously Vince McMahon wants to push Austin Theory. Whether or not you believe Vince is involved in creative or not, let's be honest, he will be in some way, shape or form. He will still be able to tell Triple H who he wants as his next guy. Austin Theory definitely is a guy that Vince wants to push. Myself personally, I don't think Austin Theory is at the level that he should be at before he beats a legend, an icon in wrestling like John Cena. Obviously, it'll do massive wonders for his career. It will push him up to be the next level. But if you put Austin Theory over John Cena in this match, then you need to have Austin Theory be WWE or World Champion, whichever it may be going forward, within inside this year. You can't have him go over John Cena and do nothing with him. There's just generally no point. So I think Austin Theory does get the win. I don't want him to, only on the fact that, well, I'm not really a big fan of his anyway, but I just don't think he's ready to be going over an icon like John Cena. And love or hate John Cena, you can't deny he's a massive, massive name in WWE. He's a massive, massive name in wrestling. And I just don't feel like the build and the build up and what Austin's been doing previous in this past year deserves him to go over John Cena, I'm afraid. But I do believe he will, because I don't think they'll bring John back and put the belt on John, where he'd then turn up every week doing the open challenge again for a month or two. I don't think he's got the time to do it in his schedule. If it wasn't for the championship, then maybe I'd have picked John Cena, but with it being for the belt, I can't see John being a US champ and being able to dedicate a month or two of his time, unless he was to win the belt and then lose it straight away, which again would just be pointless. So I think Austin Theory is going to take the win. I don't think he's ready, but if he gets the win and he do something with him and he start pushing him, I'm quite happy to be proven wrong. I am really happy to be proven wrong if they're going to start building up the next stars, which WWE needs to do. The two main belts have been held hostage by Roman Reigns for a long time now. Agree or disagree with that is fine. It's up to you. Personally, I think they've been held hostage for far too long, and we haven't had the next generation of superstars to be pushed up. Austin Theory clearly looks like he's going to be the next generation, the next future world champs coming through. So this could be the making of Austin Theory. I don't think he's ready, but I believe he will get the win here. So match 1, Austin Theory takes the win. And we've got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I hope to God, I beg and I pray, Rhea gets the win. Rhea Ripley is so over right now. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's been a point in her career where she hasn't been over. She's done so much in the last few years. She's been NXT UK Women's Champion, she's been NXT Women's Champion, she's been Raw Women's Champion. I believe this is the only Women's Championship, singles Women's Championship she still needs to win in WWE. I don't remember her being SmackDown Women's Champ. Probably should have checked that before I come on. But I remember she was Raw Women's Champ. don't think she's been SmackDown Women's Champ, so I'd like to see her win this one. I'd like to see her win it anyway, because I believe that she needs it. She deserves it. She's done really well in the last couple of years. She's big part of the Judgment Day faction and storyline that's been going on. She's one of the main reasons that Dominic Mysterio's been able to get over is their whole back and forth that they have. She's a fantastic talent. She's one of the best women wrestlers for me in the world right now. She's so over. It just makes no sense if they don't put the title on her right now. Charlotte doesn't need the belt. She's had the belt how many times now? Something like 14, 15, something stupid like that. She doesn't need the belt. She really doesn't. She doesn't need to be in the main event anymore. And some people, again, might disagree with that. But personally, I don't think I need to see Charlotte Flair with another championship for the rest of her career, to be honest. She's had far too many as it is. So I think Rhea Ripley should take the win. I hope she takes the win. And I'm definitely going to be watching this to cheer on Rhea. Big fan of her, and I think she'd do great things as SmackDown Women's Champion as part of the Judgment Day going forward. So match number 2, I'm picking Rhea for the win. Then we move on to the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Massive storyline that's been going on over the last couple of years with the Bloodline. Sami Zayn being part of the Bloodline, obviously them going against KO. We've seen Sami completely devote himself to the Bloodline, if you will, especially during the War Games match, where a lot of people were expecting him to side back with KO. He didn't. And then eventually we got the match of Sami versus Roman for the title. And, KO come down to save Sami from basically getting absolutely annihilated. And, so they've done the build-up for a while now. And it's got to be Owens and Zayn taking the win. If the Bloodline continue to keep the belts, I just don't see what the end game is. Hopefully we separate the tag division again. Only having one tag belt. I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as the main events, because WWE never really do anything with the tag teams. It's normally just New Day or the Usos. But I'd like to see them separate it and put more time and effort back into the tag team division. KO and Sami Zayn are two of the most over wrestlers right now in WWE. I believe Kevin Owens hasn't had a championship in over 5 years now, is it? Including mid-card tag and world. I don't think he's had a single championship in over 5 years. It'd be nice to see him with a championship back around his waist. Owens and Zayn not been tag team champions within the WWE either, so it'd be nice to see that. And like I say, the Usos have held the belts for a long time now, and I expect the Bloodline story to come to an end very soon, probably after WrestleMania, to be honest. So it'd be nice to see what next we can do with the Usos. But Owens and Zayn, like I say, massively over right now, and it makes absolute zero sense to have them lose after they've put so much time and effort into the storyline to get this match to go ahead. It wouldn't make sense if they put the Usos over, so I'm going to go match number 3. Well, I'm saying match 3, I think the only order that's been confirmed, if I'm right, is the Austin Theory John Cena being the first match on the card. I believe Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley is going to main event this night one, but I'm just literally saying match 1, match 2, match 3, because that's the layout I have written down on my sheet. I don't Austin Theory and John Cena will open, and I am to believe, I don't know if it's been confirmed, I am to believe Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley will main event night one, which is fair enough. So it's match 3, but it's just because that's what I've got written down on my sheet in what order that I just took off the internet. So I say Owens and Zayn take the win, take the tag belts. And we move on. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Oh my God. I know. I got a lot of criticism online because I say Logan Paul should not be in a match at WrestleMania. And I'm sorry, he shouldn't be. I know some people like him, and I know people say he's improved and he's done this and he's done that and blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, he's a celebrity, and yes, there's been celebrities before. People like to point out Mr. T was a celebrity and he was in a match at WrestleMania. I get it. But if you've got 2 nights of wrestling, WrestleMania, it's supposed to be the biggest thing of the year in all wrestling. That's what we're led to believe, right? You've got wrestlers that go out, they bust their ass, they do Raw, they do SmackDown, they do NXT weekly, they go on live tours, they can wrestle up to over 200 matches in a year, and then they get missed off the card for some idiot who did a YouTube channel ages ago, which got took down, by the way, because he's an ass, then decides, I want to be a wrestler. So Vince McMahon goes, oh, I tell you what, he's got a good following. Let's do something with him. Fine, do it. Use him for your Saudi Arabia shows. That's fine. He should not be taking a match away from a wrestler who's wrestled and busted his guts up for over 200 days a year, puts his body through hell, and he should not be taking it. I don't even like Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley should be on this match card before Logan Paul. I don't like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler should be on this match card before Logan Paul. LA Knight went into a terrible match against Bray Wyatt in the stupid lights out thing that they did, the Mountain Dew match, and it was terrible, and it was an awful match, and you know, both of them didn't come out looking any good off it. But LA Knight is been doing some fantastic work in the build up, you know, and he's still come out of a feud against Bray Wyatt that was supposed to put Bray over. He come out looking like the better dude. Like, LA Knight should be in this. Like, you know, they've bumped off the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. To me, they should just get rid of that altogether now. It's pointless. Like, whoever wins it, they don't do nothing with anyway. It's pointless. But having it on SmackDown before WrestleMania is just shocking. Like, you might as well literally just scrap it now. The whole idea of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal was to put people on WrestleMania that couldn't be fit in the card anywhere else, so they put them, still get a chance to be on the pay-per-view, but it's in this Battle Royal. Now that's not even happening. So just scrap the Battle Royal. What an absolute waste of time. Shocking. Again, Xavier Woods, the lad busts his ass off all year round. He should be in this match, you know, on the card. Like, there's so much talent there that you're just not using because you're putting over idiots like Logan Paul. It's like last year, they had Logan Paul and they had Johnny Knoxville. I have not watched the Sami Zayn Johnny Knoxville match, and a lot of people are saying, man, like, oh, it was the best match of the weekend, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Johnny Knoxville's not a wrestler. I won't watch it. What a load of trash. I probably will watch this one only because I absolutely love Seth Rollins, and I hope to God he curb stomps his head through the mat. Don't like Logan Paul, and he's taken up a match that a wrestler that busts their ass off 200 nights a year should be getting. And if he beats Seth Rollins, then Seth Rollins, like, what are you going to do with him now going forward? You know, he's had a fantastic career, but can he come back from a loss from an idiot like Logan Paul, a YouTuber, who people, by the way, seem to think he does a better buckshot lariat than Hangman Page, if you ever even watched a wrestling match in your life? Logan Paul, no. He can't take the win. I think probably will, because, you know, that's just the way it is. But it's believed it's going to be his last match. Pray to God it's his last match. I can't say the word, so I'm going to say Seth Rollins takes the win. Probably won't, but I'm going to pick Seth Rollins against someone who's stealing someone else's match. So that's out my system. Anyway, I know a lot of people don't agree with me. That's fine. Sound off in the comments. Call me out. I'm not bothered. Do you know what? I'm quite happy to sit there and tell you all how wrong you are, like I have done on the wrestling group on Facebook. So Seth Rollins for the win, and I hope he curb stomps his head through the mat. Should we move on? Becky, Lita and Trish versus Damage Control. Don't know why this is happening. It shouldn't be happening. Lita and Trish don't need to be wrestling anymore. Shouldn't be wrestling anymore. Yes, they are names. Yes, they are attractions. Blah, blah, blah. But I just don't see the point of it. So for me, you should really have Becky, Lita and Trish put over Damage Control, because veterans should be putting over the younger talent if it advances the storyline or to push them. Like, as much as I don't feel like Austin Theory is ready to beat John Cena, if Austin Theory does beat John Cena, then it's putting over the younger talent, and hopefully will then propel his career into the main event. But Becky, Lita and Trish are not going to lose this. Like, there's no way Damage Control are getting the win here. So I just think this is a bit of a pointless match. The Women's Tag Team Championships are pointless, and it's about time they scrapped them and moved on. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. I might be one of the very few people that just don't like Dominic Mysterio. I can't say to him. I don't think he's very good in the ring. I think all of his character work and gimmick work and everything, it just makes me cringe. I don't like it. I don't think he deserves to be in the Judgment Day. I think Finn Balor is a fantastic talent, and having him leader will hopefully push him back into the main event, which he should have been in for the last couple of years. Hopefully gets him back in line for the WWE Championship reign. Damian Priest is another fantastic talent. Watched him since Ring of Honor. Perfect to be your mid-carder. Rhea Ripley, hopefully he'll be taking the SmackDown Women's Championship. So there's enough talent there that you can just put belts on and push them, and you can actually hopefully get behind a faction in WWE, which they haven't done for a good while now, and push them on into becoming a big force within WWE. They should be looking at like the likes of the Blackpool Combat Club in AEW, where they just turn up and beating the crap out of people backstage. That's what I want to see Judgment Day. I don't like this corny, jokey crap that they've brought in with having Dominic Mysterio in. Saying that, I'd love to see Rey Mysterio get the win, because I don't like Dominic and I don't rate him, and I don't think he's ever going to amount to anything. But again, it's a case of, they're going to push on with the next talent, and it makes sense. WWE's needed to start making some new talent over the last few years. So as much as I don't like him, at least they are starting to make some new guys and give other people a chance. I would like to see Ray win, just because I can't stand Dominic, but it makes more sense for Dominic to win. Like, if Ray wins, what you're going to do? Ray's probably going to retire in about a year or two, whereas Dominic will push on and have a longer career. So it makes more sense for Dominic to get the win. So I would expect Dominic to get the win. I'd expect him to probably cheat to do it. I'd like to see him come out on a lowrider, just for the whole thing of, is he Eddie's son really, blah, blah, blah. I just think that would just be funny. But, I'd like to see Ray get the win, but because it may possibly be his last ever WrestleMania. But it just makes more sense to advance the storyline, or even finish the storyline between Ray and Dominic, is to have Dominic Mysterio win. So the last match that I have listed for night one is a pointless tag team match, which I don't see absolutely any point in this, unless they're going to get a number one contenders match out of it. I didn't look too much into it, because to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be that good of a match. Strowman and Ricochet shouldn't be a team. Don't like them as a team. They need to separate that and move on. Street Profits are a really good team. They do well together. I do like them in ring. They are a good tag team. Alpha Academy, another one, not a fan of. Don't like Otis. Sorry, can't get behind him. Don't like him. Not personal, anything. Like, I don't hold nothing against him. I just don't like the gimmick. I don't like the character that he does. Viking Raiders, unfortunately, have not been good since NXT. And even then, they weren't as good as they were in New Japan. But I mean, if you're looking really, I think Street Profits probably take the win because they are over. But Viking Raiders should get the win because they need to start pushing on with the tag division. Street Profits is another one alongside Usos New Day, where they've been there or thereabouts over the tag belts over the last few years. Viking Raiders is about time you start making them a dominant force in the tag team, which is what they should always be. The War Machine, fantastic. And it's about time we get back to that standard. Like, that's the reason you sign these guys, is because what they were doing in New Japan, in Ring of Honor, in WCPW. So now give them that chance to shine. Let them push on. Let them be a dominant force. You can literally build a whole tag division around these two. So do it. Push on. I want to see WWE push on and put something into their tag division the next year. I think it's been crap for a couple of years now. And it's time they start putting the work back in for the tag division, grow the tag division. If we're led to believe that Triple H is now running things, not Vince McMahon. Vince has never really liked tag teams. Look at the tag teams that we've had in NXT over the years with FTR or the Revival as they were then. Even the Ascension, they were brilliant in NXT. American Alpha, such a good team, and I can't stand Enzo and Cass, but they were over as hell in NXT. Undisputed Era, every different version that we've had. You know, we've had some fantastic teams in NXT, and he's done really well with bringing teams in and pushing them and stuff. So let's do that on the main roster. I beg you to give us proper tag division this next year. You know, if Triple H is going to push on and create things in WWE and put his own mark, one big mark is for us not to be sitting here pining for the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, for Edge and Christian, and the tag teams of the late 90s, early 2000s. Let's push on and start a whole new tag division. Build it around the Viking Raiders. It's a perfect tag team to build it around. Still, obviously, keep, you know, your Street Profits. Still keep, obviously, you know, your Usos and your New Day and stuff like that. But for the love of God, do something with the Viking Raiders, because if they leave, you know, if you don't start doing stuff with them, they probably will do eventually. They'll leave, and they will become a massive name in tag team wrestling again, no matter what company they go to, whether it be Return to New Japan or Ring of Honor or AEW or even Impact. You know, they will be a massive name, which I feel you've got the perfect opportunity to build a tag division. Do it now. Use them. Let them have a win at WrestleMania, then let them face the tag team champions at the next pay-per-view. Let's start building a tag division again, because I really want to see WWE put some efforts into their tag division in the future. So, having that being said, that is my predictions for night 1 of WrestleMania. Be sure to check out my video coming next, which is night 2 predictions for WrestleMania, which will include, obviously, the most anticipated main event for a while. As always, let me know in the comments section, do you agree or disagree with any of the match predictions I have picked? Do you agree or disagree with anything that I may have said against the likes of Logan Paul? It's fine. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. I'm always happy to get any sort of feedback. And I like a bit of back and forth. So let me know on that one what your predictions are yourself. Give us a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and like I say, be sure to click on night 2 predictions of WrestleMania and see what we've got coming there. I've got the match cards for that, and I'll go through my predictions same as this one for night 2. So as always, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more wrestling related content coming soon. More rankings videos, more unboxing videos, more predictions videos, just a lot of wrestling coming soon. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you soon.